Greetings to Miss Audrey from Utrolife Consulting Group. My name is Adusya Viliganasan, followed by my group members who are Ayu Zulaikha binti Atanazir, Shoki Chen, Chua Chi Ting, Jenny Liu Ting, Justin Fernandez, our CEO, Lee Wei Jie, Nur Alia binti Arif, and finally Nurena binti Matsabri. All of us for this semester project-oriented and problem-based learning course, which is EBF 3244 Appreciation of Economics and Business, decided to choose Sharing Planet for our assignment. We together analyzed and observed the restaurant to complete POPBL report. The company background is Sharing Planet is the first Western restaurant of the proprietor and expanded business by open 3 other sub-branches, which are Sharing Downtown, Sharing 2 and Sharing 3 in Kuching area, but at all different addresses. It has been operating for 16 years. The vision of this restaurant is sharing in every city, and the mission is to provide excellent service along freshness of the food with reasonable pricing to our customers. They sell food for reasonable prices with a big portion that can attract more customers and save money by sharing one plate only seems the quantity of food is too many. In the beginning of the business, Sharing Planet did not gain profits as much as before COVID-19 pandemic. The marketing team indicated everyone should work as a team discipline ready to face challenges and other in order to have a successful business in the future. Although they had applied strength and opportunities, the restaurant eventually will face the weaknesses and threats such as bad attitude of staffs that can affect the reputation of restaurant. Hence, if there is a problem, their team will find the best solution to encounter the problem confidentially and make sure the operation of the restaurant is not affected. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, we will look at the problem identification. This is where we identify the problems that Sharing Planet is facing, and these problems affect their business. Hence, we will talk about the solutions that we are proposing to Sharing Planet later in this presentation. First problem that had been identified was the changes of food trend. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the sales have been going down, which is not good for the company. Therefore, Sharing Planet has to make the initiative to change their food trend as it can help with reducing their costs. At the same time, Sharing Planet can meet customers' needs with the food that customers like. Secondly, the manpower issues that Sharing Planet is facing. Since business has not been doing well, Sharing Planet actually needed to cut costs on their manpower. It was hard to maintain the workers' salaries when sales have dropped. Some of the unskilled workers were told by Sharing Planet to stop coming to work temporarily. However, this affected the efficiency of the business as they have less workers when it is business hours. Another problem that was identified is the food supply. Some of the raw materials that are used for preparing meals are imported from other countries. But because of Movement Control Order, MCO, a lot of the raw materials were difficult to obtain. So, what are some of the proposals that we have come up with in order to help with Sharing Planet's business? The first proposal is to adapt to the food trend by providing a diversification of services. One of the ways to do that is to launch new dishes at the restaurant. Examples of new dishes are dishes that have proteins and oats which are healthier. Customers will also be able to view their calories intake on the menus. This enables them to keep track of their food and calorie intake. We also suggested rollout ready-to-eat products. For example, customers can just buy marinated meat from the restaurant, bring it home, and cook it instantly. The restaurant also gives the option to customers to opt for lunch or dinner boxes, which are meal sets. One more thing that we incorporated in this first proposal is having delivery services. Nowadays, people much prefer to take away their food rather than dining out at a restaurant. Second proposal is to solve the manpower issues. Because there are less workers at the restaurant now, Sharing Planet needs to strengthen their fund management and establish effective communication. The manager at the restaurant can negotiate with the landlord regarding the rent, if it is possible to get some rent reduction knowing the circumstance. The manager can also discuss with the upstream supplier to extend some payment cycles. Another solution would be to adjust the job positions of the workers. The manager can reallocate the job positions of the workers according to their strengths and capabilities. This can help a lot with the workflow and their efficiency at work. Sharing Planet can also strengthen employee engagement. The manager can make changes with workers' salaries, benefits, promotion prospect, and working environment. The third proposal is to solve the food supply problem. Sharing Planet can consider shifting to local suppliers of raw materials. Shifting to local suppliers will save delivery time of raw materials rather than importing them, not mentioning helping the local businesses in our economy. Other than that, Sharing Planet can improve their communication with their suppliers. The manager should keep track of product availability in order to overcome supply shortage problem. Hence, maintaining a good relationship with suppliers is very important. Another solution is to keep track of warehouse. This means to keep track of the restaurant's supply for preparing meals. The restaurant can adjust cooking certain dishes with ingredients which are temporary substitutes until the restaurant can retrieve their supplies from their suppliers. Next, we will look at the cost impact analysis. As we can see here, the marketing ROI of the current performance of Sharing Planet is 15.40% and the net profit margin is 26.19%. If we implement the first proposal, it is estimated that we will achieve 20.06% for our marketing ROI, which is 5% higher than the current performance. And the net profit margin is 39.51%, which is about 13% more than the current performance. Proposal 2 shows an increment in marketing ROI too, but only by 2%. For the net profit margin, there is a 4% increase. Last but not least, Proposal 3 showed more than 100% increment in marketing ROI and 17% increase in net profit margin. From this comparison, we can say that Proposal 3 will give higher returns and profit compared to Proposals 1 and 2.
Hello, I am Lee Wei Jie with matrix number 61223. Now I will continue the presentation. After we conducted cost impact analysis for those proposals, we developed a survey for the customer to identify the preference of the solutions. This survey collected opinions from 52 respondents. The result of the survey indicate that there are 70.6% of respondents think that Sharing Planet need to practice the diversification of service due to the change of food trend. Therefore, our group decide to suggest the proposal 1 to Sharing Planet, which is to practice the diversification of service that affect by the change of food trend. Our group figured out that nowadays customers more prefer to use delivery service rather than dining in a restaurant. Especially during RMCO period, most of the customers will avoid dining in a restaurant and they are more likely to take away or use delivery service. Although Proposal 1 is not the highest marketing return of investment and the net profit margin, but Proposal 1 has fulfilled the customer preference. After we design the proposal, we continue to design a prototype for Sharing Planet delivery service. Firstly, customer can choose the food they like and place an order. Then, customer paid for the order and the commission of the food delivery platform will be charged. When Sharing Planet receives the order, Sharing Planet will notify that the order has been received and the food is preparing. After the food is done, delivery driver will send it out and the order is complete. This is all for our presentation. That's all. Thank you.